Greetings everyone, and a very happy second Advent Sunday to you all. I am reliably informed that there are now only 19 more sleeps until Christmas Day. Now, for those of you who are partial to afternoon naps, I am sorry to say that they don't count. I do hope your anticipation of Christmas Day is steadily growing and that this season brings you hope, joy and love. Well, talking of love, this is the start of our second week of Advent devotions, and this week's overall theme is centred on love. We will be exploring this theme of love using a well-known passage in the book of Isaiah, which is often read out in carol services at this time of year. So today, the first day of our love-themed week, we're going to be thinking about light. So light, it's a special time of year for light. So let's start by thinking about what that light means for us. Well, we have the most hours of darkness this month, so purely in practical terms, light's pretty essential for us all to do normal everyday things. We only have to imagine what it's like to experience a power cut at this time of year to be reminded of just how much we rely on the light. Now, I remember driving back from work one dark evening some years ago and both headlights suddenly stopped working. I can tell you it was a moment of both panic and genuine danger. But lights at this time of year are more than just practical. We use them as a way of celebrating Christmas, to bring us joy, to lift our spirits and evoke feelings of hope. Just think of the wonderful Christmas lights on Stony High Street and the lantern parade, which we missed this year. Thinking about lights on your Christmas tree and maybe some of the lights decorating the outside of your house, if you're in for those things. And lights on a dark, cold evening can be reassuring, comforting, lift our moods. We are drawn to the light. They counteract the darkness, and it doesn't take much light to fill darkness. Now, 700 years before Jesus was born, the prophet Isaiah said these words: "The people walking in darkness have seen a great light. On those living in the land of deep darkness, a light has dawned." Now, perhaps many of us can relate to a sense of darkness. Maybe the fear of this global pandemic, disruptions to our lives, and the challenges this year has brought has meant we've felt in darker places than we otherwise would. Remarkably, in these verses, Isaiah was predicting a light, a great light that was to come 700 years later in the form of Jesus to lighten our darkness. But what does this light in the darkness perhaps mean for us? Is just the turning of the Christmas tree lights, is it just that? Is it just lighting the Advent candle, the candle on the Christingle? And I just can't help but feel it's more. And that sort of light is all a bit too safe, too tame. The light is controlled, switched on and off when we want. We set the tone, the direction, the colour, the mood. Maybe that light Isaiah was talking about is one that we don't control. It's disruptive, it can be blinding, it shines in areas of our lives that we'd prefer to keep hidden. It can change our perspective on life, it can bring comfort, even healing. It has the power to change everything. And I wonder if we are ready to let this light into our lives, our homes, our communities, and our world. In C.S. Lewis' book, The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, the young girl Susan is talking to Mr. Beaver about Aslan the lion and asks, is he quite safe? And Mr. Beaver replies, "Safe? Who said anything about safe? Of course he isn't safe, but he's good. He's the king, I tell you." So whatever your reaction is to this light that we've been talking about, we are reassured that it's good. Indeed, in the Gospels, we are reassured this light is the light of the world, and this light is love.